Okay, so into today's video, what we are going to do is, first off, I need to clean the tank, and I need to clean my lava rock. So that's what we are going to be doing today. First I'm going to clean the tank, then I'm going to clean the lava rock, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to start the biological filtration on this new tank. We're going to be doing that all in today's video. I hope you guys do enjoy it, and let's begin. So, the first things first, shall we? Let's roll over here to the tank. Get my shoe out of there. So what you need is you need a little bucket. I have a little container here, just full of some clean water. It's not just tank water, it's just tap water, you know. And no, that's fine. Tap water. I have a well, so I don't have to worry about it. But if you use regular tap water, normally they have like chlorine, stuff like that. That would probably kill any bacteria in the tank. And in this case, that's what we want to do. We want to clean this up, and we want to use just regular tap water. Do not use soap. The reason why you don't want to use soap is because if you use soap, it's going to leave a nasty residue that's going to not only kill your bacteria, but most importantly, make your fish sick and kill them as well too. Do not use soap. Use regular tap water and clean this thing. So that's what we are going to do. Cabinets. Now this is just a regular paper towel. What I usually do with these is I usually use them to clean the algae in the tank. You know, if you're going to use paper towels, make sure you don't get anything with chemicals on or anything. You really want to check that out. But I just have regular paper towels. They don't have any weird chemical on them or anything. Don't get the paper towels with the dye on it, you know, because it could have some sort of dye chemical in it that you don't want to have in your tank. So just be careful if you're just going to use a regular paper towel. Do your research on what paper towels you're using. Make sure that they don't have anything in them that's going to basically harm the fish and your bacteria. So what we are going to do is I'm just going to dip it into some regular tap water. Okay. Just like that. You just want a damp cloth. You don't want it soft and wet. You just want it damp like that. And you just want to go over the tank. You don't have to stand up to do this. You just want to go. And that was me standing 1 second. Yeah, I wasn't supposed to be standing up. You just want to wipe down the front of the tank, the back of the tank. You want to clean the tank out. And again, all we are going to do, you're just going to wipe down the tank. I'm going to wipe down those two. It's very hard to get the back of this tank because of the type of tank it is, the type of filter it has. But trying to. All I can do is try. Okay, now, and again, I just use regular water, regular tap water. Now when you add water back into this, make sure you use the chlorine. As for me, my tap water is actually fish safe because my tap water, I have a well, so it's not treated with any chlorines or chlorine or anything like that. I technically don't need a fish dechlorinate. A tap water. Alright. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wipe the front of the tank as well with half of it. That rag too wet, so I'm going to grab a dry paper towel, wipe all the water off, because you don't want water spots, especially if you have hard water. Considering I have a well, I have very, very hard water. In fact, my water is always 7.8, if not 8, my pH. My pH is always 7.8 or 8. I don't know why I have very hard water. The only time it's not like that is during this time of the year, actually, because during the monsoon season and a little bit of the winter, water does soften just a little bit to maybe 7.5, which is usually normal for a fish. But like, I'm keeping tetras in a tank that is, its pH is probably 8. Yeah. And this tank's pH is going to be 8. It's going to be normal for the fish I'm putting in here, but that's very hard water. And hard water will give you a lot of hard water spots. So just make sure you're thorough and drying off all of this extra water, because you don't want water spots on the front of the glass or front viewing panels. You know, you don't want hard water spots. In fact, I actually have some hard water stains on the front of my 30-gallon aquarium here, which totally sucks. They're hard to get off. Okay, but that is basically me just cleaning the tank. Now what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go clean my rocks, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to jumpstart this aquarium, jumpstart my biological filtration, and all that other jazz. So let's go ahead and do this right now, shall we? You got your own thing. Alright, so it is a rain-filled day in Arizona. There's nothing I can really do about that. Fact is, I want to get the fish maybe next week or week after, so I have to get this aquarium started. I have to jumpstart the aquarium biological filtration. I'll show you how I do all that in a second. Right now, we need to clean my lava rock, and yeah, I'm in Arizona, and trust me, even though it's raining, we need the rain. Not as bad as California needs it, but we need the rain. So, I'm actually really happy that's rain. But I gotta clean this rock out, so this is what I'm gonna do. So, I got this little container. It's only big enough for 3 rocks, so I'll have to clean them 3 at a time, which isn't a big deal, but I got a little container. If you got a bucket, it would be even easier. But you take your container, you take your hose, stick it in here, and you turn it on. Not exactly complicated. You just want to spray out the rock. You want to give it a good spray, and then I just kind of let it overflow. Let it overflow for just a little bit. I'll put the camera down for a second. They're set up on a rock. That way it just overflows that way. And we're just going to let it overflow. Spray off the rock real good. And I'm just doing this with tap water. Do not use soap again, because it could leave unwanted residues, killing not only your biological filtration, but more importantly, your fish. So I'm just gonna let this like run for maybe 5 minutes on this pack of rocks. Then I'll let it run on the other 3 rocks. Then I'll dry them off and drag them back upstairs to pour them back in. Beautiful, beautiful, clean rocks. They look so much better in the water, don't they, when they're wet? This is gonna look so cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about how we are going to basically jumpstart the biological filtration in that tank. So, what I'm going to do is, I have this 30-gallon aquarium, right? And in this 30-gallon aquarium, I got fish, and this tank is fully cycled, and all that is what I'm trying to say. So what I decided to do is, I decided to do this in a container and not in the aquarium itself, simply because if I did it in the aquarium itself, I mean, all you're going to be doing is you're just going to be dumping in really dirty water into your clean tank, and I didn't want to do that. So I grabbed the bucket. I know it has a name. I grabbed the bucket, and then I took some water out of this tank, as well as I took some of the sponge that came from this tank, and I cleaned the sponge in this water. I know it doesn't look that dirty, but believe me, it's actually pretty darn brown. It's pretty darn gross. And what I am going to do is I have some biological media here. Let me show you it. I bought this new biological media. I bought these. This is a special biological media that in an aquarium, what you do is by using a sponge filtration plus, you know, just using an airline, it will move these around, cleaning these, as well as constantly keeping the biological filtration alive and stuff like that. And I dropped a couple pieces, I know. But that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to go pour some of this into there, and then I'm going to stick an air stone in it, and I'm just going to leave it for a week or two. I'm just going to leave it like that and let the biological filtration grow onto this. What I am also going to do is I want to add some sand. I have 35 pounds of substrate in this aquarium, if not 40. And that's when I first set up this aquarium. I put about 35 to 40 pounds of substrate in this aquarium because I like the look of the tank. That's what I did. And what I eventually decided to do is I have a lot of sand in this aquarium, and I really like the color of the sand. It's black. It's going to look great in that other aquarium. So I'm going to add, I'm not going to do it all at once, because of course then I would be messing with the biological filtration in this tank. But what I'm basically going to do, I'm going to do it slowly, about during the course of about a week or so. But I'm going to add just a scoop of sand from that tank to this tank, and that's also adding some bacteria to this aquarium. So that's what I am doing to basically jumpstart the aquarium. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of sponge filtration to this aquarium as well. And that's going to basically be the filtration on the tank. So that is about it. Other than pouring these in there, what else do you want me to do? So that is about it for this video. That is how I'm going to jumpstart the biological filtration in the tank. If I didn't have this 30-gallon aquarium, what I would probably end up doing is I would probably end up trying to go and buy those, like, I'll show you a picture of it here. This is my favorite one. This is from Top Fin, and I don't have the bottle right now, that's why I'm showing you a picture. But this is Top Fin Quick Start, and I'd like to use that. I pour that into a tank, and then I pour a bunch of fish food into a tank. And the reason why I use fish food is because the fish food will, of course, rot and decay and turn into ammonia. The ammonia would start feeding the biological filtration, the bacteria in the tank. And then after, of course, it would take you 2 weeks to a month to do so. But after about a month, you would have a fully cycled tank. You will have to, of course, read your read your stuff in the tank, read your chemicals in the tank, your levels, your parameters in the tank, whatever you guys want to call them. You would have to start reading that very closely because, of course, you want the biological filtration to start working, and it will usually take about a month. Luckily, I don't have to do that because I have a 30-gallon aquarium that I can sort of use some of the biological filtration into this tank and put it into this tank and jumpstart the aquarium. So that's what I'm going to do. And that's about it. That's what I'm going to do. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'm out. Bye!